Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another A319 live stream. Today we're going to be flying from Atlanta over to Miami. We're going to be using a BSS soundpack today and some custom scenery. For now, I'm going to try to get London, ready for Saturday's stream. So, yeah. So far, we only have one person here. We're just gonna wait for other people to join. I'm gonna start it up. Yeah, these sounds are a lot better. Alright, all of those are ready. Let's just get the MCU brightness up on both sides. And alright, let's just wait. I'm gonna get the door armed, and actually I got United cabin announcements for today's flight, cause we're on United, so just for some more immersion. Alright, and APU master switch on. Let's go ahead and start it up. Oh my gosh, flight simmer. Yep, actually, just gonna say that's partially true, but BSS is always good, so alright, we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Wow, they're very quiet. The seatbelt sign sounds very quiet. And it seems like we have overcast weather here in Atlanta, so it seems like it's going to be quite an interesting flight. Since it's raining, for the sake of rain, I'm gonna turn on LibRain. Let's see. Let's get it up actually. Loading perfo here. And yep. Let's just wait for the rain to show up. It will eventually. There you go. Raindrops. Flap open. We're gonna switch to APU power. Yup. Very, very low level clouds for today. Very, very, very low level. Quite low. I know, right? Like, they're at like 3,000 feet or something. Like, no kidding. Alright, I'm just gonna wait a second here. No joke, the clouds are like, I wouldn't be surprised to see clouds that are like 1,000 feet or something. Like, no joke. Very high winds. That is not good. That is not good at all. But at least we do have rain, and the rain effects will show up eventually, so they're showing up in the border momentarily, so IRS alignment in less than 7 minutes, so we're just gonna wait. These sounds are great. I love them. Quite awesome. In it, on the flight plan, we're just gonna put in KATL, whoops, KATL over to 101 knots at flight level 290. No way. That's way too much. That's already like a hurricane or something. Tornado. Miami. So I don't know what we are for today. Today's flight. United 1421. So United 1421. They also remodeled this and everything. That's also quite cool. How about flight level 2? No. Flight level 320. And let's go ahead and line the IRS. Make sure to get enough of this. 42 passengers, that'll do. 300 and 400 on the aft. Actually, 200 and 400 will be fine. And let's see. We need around 7.5 thousand kilograms. I'm gonna put in 7,700 for flight simmer 7,700. So 7.7 for the block fuel, and that page is wrong. Whoops, I meant to add a dot there. And let's see. Yeah. 45.6 and 21.4. So 45.6 and 21.4. Alright. Flight plan, Atlanta. I'm gonna wait here. Check. So 27 right via the VRS. No, I'm just gonna spell that out phonetically. So Victor Romeo Sierra Tango Yankee 2 departure via MC and transition. So, and we have a few airways here, and the Highly 7 arrival into runway 8 right. So that's also really nice. So 27 right departure, 27 right via there you go. And alright, that's fine. Wow. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. There you go. So a tropical storm has winds over 120. No, definitely less. Definitely a little bit less than that. But that's I mean, that seems accurate. It's going to be a bumpy departure then. Very, very bumpy. At least we do have rain effects. They look really, really nice. Anyway, so we're gonna put that in. Really? Oh no. We're really, really close to a tropical storm then. What? That is strange. I checked. I already checked on that. So Q89er, Quebec 89er. We're gonna insert it here. Quebec 89er. That is strange. I really don't know. Then we're gonna have to go direct to Papa Romeo Uniform Sierra. So we're just gonna have to insert what we have here. Oh, or we could just do that. There you go. That'll be fine. That'll do it. What is wrong with these airways? I know OMN exists, so we're just gonna have to do a direct into Highly 7. Highly 7? Yup. KMIA. 8, right? And this one has ILS, so that's something good. And let's clear the disco here between transition and OMN. And a manual. Gotta make sure to clear that. I don't like manuals, then I can't clear the disco right after that. Oh, we can check the flight plan afterwards. They also replaced the interior sound, so that's... it sounds more like an actual APU rather than like a vacuum cleaner, if you know what I mean. More rain effects. Perf. We're gonna go 1 plus F, actually. Yeah, 1 plus F, that's fine. 125, 125, and 128 for the V1, V rotate, and V2. The V speeds are looking pretty normal, pretty average. Whoops. Alright. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. 7.1 and 1.8. Up or down? Want to make sure. It's up. Yup, up 1.8 on the trim. And we're good. Let's welcome our passengers in. Wait a minute. That is really, really quiet. I can barely hear the announcements. Probably when we start pushing back, we'll get those. I'm gonna set that to above already. And actually, do we have... let's see. Let's go down here to see if we have an alt off here in Airbus. There you go. Alt off. Whoops. Yeah, it's set to alt off. Because we're in the non-movement area, so we want to make sure we don't interfere with anyone else. Flight level 320. And let's listen to the Addons for a second. We're gonna need it. So KATL, that is correct. And Addons 119.65. So already? Wow. Did we really take that long? Altimeter 2983. Whoops. Sits? Come on. Yeah, I can't talk today. Basically speaking nonsense at this point. Anyway, we're gonna call him better pushback because we're ready. There you go.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
So 27 right is that way, so I'm just gonna make sure we're on this taxiway. Also, Flight Simmer. Literally the whole world looks like Orbit's quality scenery, so I don't even know what I have in my custom scenery folder at this point. Maybe it's quiet for me. Maybe it just is for me. And TA only. Dang. The overlays. Cool. I have those placed in the right spot. I already checked. I already checked for that. Make sure we get some constraints.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Without the constraints, we're not going to know our speeds and stuff like that. And alright, Atlanta is rainy. We're just gonna wait for them to connect down there. And we'll be good to go. I'm gonna check the winds. Dang it, I should have listened to the 8 as well. All I wanted was the altimeter.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson information Yankee.
At 11 Gus 19. So basically, why do you have strobes on? Because I want more visibility over to my right.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Alright, yep, it's pushing back. Turn them on purposely, flight simmer. Engine 2. Enjoy the startup. You only turn those on into an active runway? I know. I just wanted more visibility over to the right here, cause... Well, actually, you can turn them on the non-movement area. The ones that are blinding are the nose lights. Those are the ones you need to be aware of until you're taxiing. Because the strobes are over on the wings, so that really isn't... Whoa! Look at this mesh issue. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and stop the pushback here. We're gonna have to taxi out ourselves.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Yeah, it's downhill.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
By coincidence, where we were pushing back, right there is fine. There are a bunch of mesh issues with ortho sometimes. There's a big cloud layer. Yup, United A319. Our FPS is gonna die over those clouds. It's absolute, like, those clouds are really intense. Oh, okay. Seems like we have N1 there. Let's listen to the PTU.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right.
Let's wait for him to
See you
finish.
next time and have a safe flight.
Oh shoot, the FPM thing. I forgot. I will get it next time, I promise. I promise next time I will. Plus I said GA, so I didn't really specify an airliner, so I'm good. Yes, I did, I'm sorry. We can get it now and refresh Lua if you want. So we're gonna taxi over to where the pin is going to be. United 2543. Alright. 2543. Yeah, I should have checked that. It's not really a real world flight, to say the least. 10 on the wheels. Why is this even showing? We're supposed to get flight controls here. And we're good on both engines actually, so back to norm there. And actually, I think we're good. So auto brakes mats. Let's do a flight control check. Left aileron, neutral. Right aileron, neutral. Forward, neutral. Back, neutral. I've got left, neutral. Full right, neutral. And we're good on the flight controls. Flaps 1. Alright. Let's go downhill. Actually, if we hit the brakes, we're going to immediately have to apply power, so I'm going to add some power now. Alright, we have enough power. Let's go ahead and add full right on the thrust. That's good, that's good. It's going to be a rainy departure out of Atlanta. Just look at that weather radar. I'm gonna try my best not to hit the damaged mesh. Seems like I just did. Look at how the plane is reacting to these. Wow, this is weird. Well, let's add a little bit more power just to get through this hill thing. We also had mesh issues in Boston. Not in LaGuardia that I know of. And we have the ILS. Wait a minute, this is 27 right already? Alright, seems like we're coming through 27 right. We're gonna go ahead and go backtrack. Landing lights, that's good. Check the cabin, takeoff config, test. DH Simulations, welcome. You're just in time for our departure. Yeah. Wow. And we're feeling the rain here. I'm just gonna go ahead and backtrack here. 27 right. Perfect. Alright. I could go back and backtrack, but I think we're fine here. That was the shortest taxi I've ever done in Atlanta. No joke. Whoops. Stutter there. Let's go ahead and hit chrono. And 40%. Let's go ahead and take off already. ILS is annoying me. Mantoga. What is that noise? The ILS. We're getting away from it. Finally. 80 knots. Whoops. 100 knots. Neutral. And V1. Rotates. Oh, come on again. Gear up. Can you make a turboprop flight sim live after 400 subs? Special. Sure. And we're flying straight out. No Librain? Come on. What flight controls do you use? I'm using a joystick right now. The, Extreme 3D Pro. Solar Dust, welcome. Sorry about that noise. Flight Simmer, I took off from runway 27 right. And these are very intense gusts. No joke. Thrust lever is going back to climb. I'll disarm this. 27 right, that is correct. Oh, come on. Aviation flight, welcome. Good. You took off from there too. We're going at 3,400 feet per minute. Yeah, this really is nearly a hurricane. These clouds are starting to hit us performance-wise as well. Get that off. Whoops. Let's keep that on for now. Are these alarms? No, it's just the ILS. It's indicating us that we're getting close to the ILS. Some proximity warning system or something. Going standard afterwards. Let's see. Yeah, that's when we're gonna hit top of the climb. And goodbye frame rate. It's gonna die right above these clouds. They are way too performance heavy. Alright, let's continue our climb, and actually, since we don't want those jagged, weird things, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the brain for now. That should help with the frame rate as well. You took off with 25, I took off with like 45 or 50 or 60, I don't know what I was getting. Cloud set to ultra. Yup, makes sense. Those are worth it. Solar dust, I flew a 737 earlier. I mean, not earlier today, I mean earlier back in the week. So, also the title says A319, so. Alright, we're just cloud soaring. There we go. Barely any clouds in Orlando. Good, because I don't want the rain effects on again. We're gonna keep climbing up. We still have, we haven't even reached halfway. We're about to, because it's 16,000 is half of 32,000. We should have United Cabinet announcements. I don't want too many clouds. Too many clouds could be problematic. Alright, let's continue the climb. Seems like Chrono is working fine as well. That's also pretty good. I'm going to keep the terrain radar on because we want to make sure we have those weather details set. Even though we're over the clouds, we want to make sure. The FPS is going down all the way. Plus, I'm not even using Vulkan because I want rain effects. So, and those don't work with Vulkan. Look at how the plane's just getting pushed. Moving the solar way above these clouds. Frame rate is going to be better then. It's going to die down again, but yeah. Alright. Yup, it's fine. It's fine, I know. Standard. I did not notice that. I'm just way too distracted. Alright. These clouds are at a high altitude as well. It's clearly overcast. Let's see, 22,000 feet. And climbing. Let's see, how much do we have left until we get to... Alright, so after that waypoint, we'll be good. I'm getting a 70 knot gust at... It's a tailwind. Because it's going to the northwest. Our northwest. We're heading down. But we're actually we're actually going down south, so this is technically northeast, because that's going to be heading towards New York. You guys don't see it because the stream is producing 60 frames, so... Let's turn the lights off for now. And let's contemplate this cloud layer. How much wind do I have? I have 75 knots so far, and I'm at 24,000 feet. This is insane. Probe heat, just in case. If the wind is this bad, we're gonna have a lot of turbulence. Let's actually get the realistic control panel up here, and let's see, turbulence shakings. So this is how it would look in conditions for the turbulence. That's nothing, dude. This plane is... And it looks as if absolutely nothing was happening. $110 at 290 over time. So I think it looks prettier with the lights. Yup, quite nice. I'm gonna keep it like that. No brighter than that. Alright. Did this guy make a cabin? Let's see. Because I want to give you a cabin tour. Seems like he didn't, but I'm doing it anyway. Alright, so this is going to be a slow cabin tour. While we just wait for disaster to strike. And the winds to keep increasing. A usual wind gust will be twice less. Well, basically twice as less as this. So here we have, I don't know, premium economy or something. I don't know if United has any of that. So back here we have an emergency exit door, which I do not authorize you to open. I mean, Flight Simmer's the only one who I authorize of opening it, because unless there's someone sitting at the exit, he's the only one who can open the door. Will I make a custom cabin? Yes, I will paint that. It's very relaxing to just check out these textures. I believe Lufthansa textures. I don't know, I saw the logo somewhere earlier. Didn't you, Flight Simmer? Don't do a mayday call. No, I won't. Okay, we're churning. We're about to hit top of climb, so... Yep, that's it for the cabin tour. I'm gonna lock these doors. "92 knots. We're getting 95 knots of wind. How is this plane not getting absolutely... Okay, yeah. Seatbelt signs on. Let the cabin know that we are currently in a situation where there's lots of turbulence. Don't make a mayday call. I know I'm not gonna do it. And we're off. Actually, 103 knots. 104. Just look at this. We're literally turning that way. This is just insane. We're still turning. And we're stabilizing, quote unquote, stabilizing. But we're heading that way, but we're actually, like, I don't even know what's going on. Alright, Flight Simmer, I beat you. 111 knots at 248. 112 at 248. Hitting me for the east. Well, my west. But, you know, the east. Yeah, 116. is the max we've hit so far. Oh, you're higher up? Yup, I know that. I'm not proud to say it anyway, because this is the worst. It is the worst, the situation. I'm gonna have to handle all this. I don't have an FO here, so... let's see. Alright, do you guys want to, like, a passenger view? Or, like, a cockpit view? Or, like, an outside view? Because I could do any of them. Alright, the sky is starting to clear out. We can start to see some ortho. Let's go to the first officer view, just to see that. Further down. It is very rainy in New York. It would make sense. What is this tropical storm? Some sort of tropical storm or something, because these clouds are way too many. No joke. Alright, I'm going to try and see if there's anything. Alright, weather in New York. Right now in New York it's 62 degrees right now. And down in Miami, let's check weather in Miami. It's 80 degrees with rain. It's not a tropical storm, but the winds are absolutely insane. I've never flown in winds like these, so I hope we make it safely, because even I can notice that we're heading that way, but at the same time we're getting pushed this way. Just look at it. Look at this. At least we have some really nice ortho. Yeah. The clouds are covering most of it, sadly. You're approaching Orlando right now. That is good to know. I am 17 minutes into the flight, and I have never seen such winds. This is almost the speed of an actual race car. Holden Aviation, welcome. You flew in a hurricane and flight pilot sim. Yep, there are... You just flew into New York. Yes, definitely. Some very interesting weather around the area. It's raining where you are in Massachusetts. Wow, yeah. Matthew Tebow is in Massachusetts. Massachusetts Aviation. What's wrong with that cloud? That's interesting. Quite interesting. And, alright. Whoops. I'm gonna keep the strobes on. 117, it's ranging between 117 and 116, so. I'm not really that worried, but yeah, I really have not seen anything like this before. I mean, I have flown a GA airplane in the middle of a hurricane in Nassau, but I mean here, that's plane, like not in real life. .22 knots at 3,000 feet. Are you actually being serious right now? That's torture. We might have to go around. Oh my gosh, we went around. This is weird because we went around. Remember when we flew from Mexico City to Miami on another stream? Direct crosswind. Is it a headwind or a tailwind? Because like, remember when we flew from Mexico City to Miami on an Infinite Flight live stream? I went around at that time. What if we go around again? In Miami. Again. That would be very, very inconvenient. 2,000 feet, set. Going around your favorite. Yeah, you also went around. ATC was just trolling us that day, I remember. It was so annoying, ATC. Who was ATC? Was it one of you guys? I don't know who it was, but he was just being really annoying. He told me to make a 180, no, a 360, like a teardrop approach. I went over the runway. I turned on a 360 and then I went back to the runway. It was absolutely, it made absolutely no sense what this guy was telling us. I was just shocked, cause like, Infinite Flight ATC needs to behave some more. You might have to now. Well, you said it was your favorite, so good for you. looking good, but it is not looking that bad either, so... Well, it's looking pretty terrible now. So, basically, let's see. Wait a minute. This is 240 miles. Yep, 193 miles. And we are around 484 miles away from Miami. So we're going to get there in around an hour or an hour and a half or something. Pretty sure. Yup, that is indeed insane. Alright, the light goal for today is 10, again. So if you would like to give me a like, I would appreciate that. Alright, let's arm the cockpit doors. I like this view, Control 6. I love it. We have a view of the sun. Oh, rip this passenger. Rip whoever is sitting here. He doesn't even get to read his book peacefully. Now he has to get his window down. I hate when I have to do that. I really want to enjoy a really good view, but I'm just reading something and I can't. This is the back of the plane. There's a restroom back there. The doors don't open. That's a bummer. Do they open in the flight fracture? I expect them to. Just for the plane, it's $90, so... I'll go around if necessary. Definitely will. I wish these were interactive. I mean, they show clicking region, but they do nothing. I mean, they do move. Do they? Yeah, they do. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Let's see. Do they give cabin announcement? Yes, they're giving a cabin announcement. That's cool. Gemini Jets 777, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here. The winds are slightly calming down. Alright, hope that fits it. That's why I'll get a pop filter to fit that. It happens because the air isn't filtered enough, so. Sunshine and sunflowers. Oh, you already told me you were here, so. Welcome to the live chat, I guess. 114 knots still. Come on. I don't know what to do. I have nothing to do here. Just monitor the winds. 357 to top of descent. Estimated fuel on board 4.1 thousand kilograms. I'm going to monitor my position right now, just in case. Flight simmer. Alright, winds are calming down slightly. Calmed down by 3 or 4 knots, but it still means something, I guess. I'm going to check RadNav here, and just for something. Not Atlanta, not Atlanta. Miami, elevation sits, that'll be a 206 for decision height, runway 8 right, ILS, India Mike, Foxtrot Alpha on 110.30, so 110.30, and, Arnhem, hello, welcome to the stream. I am doing fine. How are you doing? I am doing fine. Wait a minute. Can someone explain this to me? Can someone actually... So basically, this is runway 8 left and 8 right, but it says 94 degrees on magnetic field, so that makes absolutely no sense. Can someone please explain this? This has to be runway 9 then? There's probably 3 runway 9s, but that would mean that this one of them can be runway 9 left, runway 9 center, and runway 9er left. I mean, yeah, runway 9er right. So, yeah. A parallel approach with AI. That's nice. And a course of 94 degrees. So, yeah, I'm still going to question the fact that it's basically runway 9 instead of runway 8. I'll ignore that. Let's see. Let's get the terrain radar on there. System 2. They're all facing the same direction. And perhaps runway 8 is a little bit further away. That could be true, but I mean, it should say something between 80 and 89 instead of 90, between 90 and 99. Or else it would be another runway. So that's why, oh my goodness, it went up to 121 knots. So winds 246 at 121. I need to take a screenshot of this. Oh, come on. Are you serious? They went down to 120 the moment I took the screenshot. The 9 left? Oh. Well, we could change it, but I don't think it's that good of an idea now. One to one again. And we're facing that way. Basically, the plane is heading... This is how intense the wind is. Or it's a 20... Almost a 20 degree difference. Yeah, I can do print screen, or I can just do it from here, where it says take screenshot. It'll be in my output folder of the Explain 11 main folder. Anyway, so this is the wind difference. This is how much the wind is diverting us. So currently we're heading, seems like 169er or 168 or something. And we're supposed to be heading, seems like 154. Yep, 154. It says right there. So that's a big difference. That is a big difference. That's how much the wind is pushing us. Make sure that is at full to hear those cabin announcements well. Parallel approach with AI must be sort of tense, cause like I mean who knows, there could literally be a like some sort of Beechcraft on the runway while you're landing, and that won't be good. I got her down at -176, well, -176, which is okay. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Really nice landing, man. Congratulations. Over on this side, I do have ortho, probably not over on that side. Well, further down on that side, I don't, but right around this area, I definitely do. Now that we don't need this anymore, like at all, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the maps here. I want to be able to know where I am. Alright, so we're about to enter the Jacksonville airspace. Right there. Soon we will. We'll just let the plane move down. And we're basically gonna go down here over to Miami Beach, then we're gonna turn back to Medley, and then down to Miami again. Towards Fort Myers, Cape Coral. And then, turn back to runway 8 right. Ortho. At least what I hope is ortho. And the cloud layer isn't doing us that much of a frame rate drop, so that's also nice. Are we really going that fast? It says Mach already. Do you use Etsenbiro? No, I use CloudArt. Etsenbiro is really frame rate heavy. I would use it, but I like these clouds more actually. They're like Active Skies clouds, but they're free, so it's a Lua script enhancement. It makes them a little bit more volumetric and stuff like that. So yeah. Last cloud at Orlando. I believe we're going down through Orlando. Do you know where OMN is? Exactly where it is? We can already see our approach in here. We're at 388 miles away. But that's our approach. OMN seems to be... It seems to be near the Daytona Beach coast, so... Flight Simmer, don't tell me that. The winds can't stay the same. It's impossible. We're literally gonna crash if they do. So, down here, since I live in Miami, it's really cloudy with a chance of... Alright, KMIA is Cat 3 ILS ready. Good, because this has Cat 3 equipped. It's going to be an ILS approach, as always. Into an international airport, it always has to be ILS. Always. Unless it's something like maybe Key West or something. Key West, there are a bunch of international flights to Key West, I believe. Paro is international, right? I don't know. I believe it is, because, like, there isn't only one airline that flies in there. Its base airline is in Kathmandu. So, yep, Key West Airport is small. It's a very small airport. But Flight Simmer and I flight 737s in there, but we do have lots of fun. Please tell me that's not default. Doesn't seem like it. And the winds have gone even worse. What's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is that we crash and die, but I don't think that'll happen if we have full control of the aircraft. Let's check here. Yep, the A319 is the only Airbus that flies to Paro, I believe. But there's this channel, there's this guy who flew a 800F or something into Paro with auto brakes too. His auto brakes weren't even at 3. That's what this guy flew in. It's controlling the thrust quite well. Yeah, we flew to Tiger Air. We flew to, no, the guy did not fly it in real life. It was Edsplane 11, but I have flown to Paro in Edsplane and I have landed. It was actually a minus 104, minus 105 FPM. I don't know, Flight Simmer probably knows. Temperature, air temperature, nothing, seriously. Alright, and we also did fly to Paro, in an A3, I believe an A319 or an A318, it was Tiger Air. 3 people flew in there, 3 or 4 people, I can't remember. 3 of us flew in there. It's literally like between the mountains, like in the middle of nowhere. It's the one place that airlines just choose to fly to. Who even created that airport? Like, alright, we have entered the Florida area. A318, the Edsboro one. No, it was Infinite Flight. It was not Edsplane. Because I flew into Paro with the A319. Since we have started to enter the Florida area, we'll see some Florida airports. And also the full state with ortho. So we're safe on ortho now. We're safe on that. It's been 40 minutes. Wait, what? It's been 40 minutes? Okay. I feel like it's been like 25 minutes or something. It felt like nothing, truly. So what we'll do is I'll just wait for that enter test data message here. I'll get the MHR file for the approach. We have a cost index of 35, so we'll be good on the descent. We're at 215 miles away from the top of the descent. 249 now. We will be doing Gatwick to Innsbruck. Yup, it's less dangerous. Definitely is. I mean, if it has enough space for a circle to land, then it's definitely less dangerous than anything else you could probably go on, so... yeah, for sure. And we're approaching Daytona Beach. St. Augustine and Palm Coast. Daytona Beach is right there. We're gonna hit OMN at around here. I'm approaching Orlando, Flight Simmer. Approaching it soon. Yeah, Flight Simmer was with Sim Aviator when he, both of them did that. Alright, you need to head out. Alright, Arnon. Happy flying. It cut him on the approach. He was at like 2 DME and then you cut him over. He was way too low. He was really low, but he managed to land smoothly. Well, sort of. Did he overrun? I don't even know. I think it was either you or Sim Aviator who overran the runway. Alright, now this looks beautiful. Alright, so what I'll do here is I'll check for the altitude short final. It's 1,500 feet, seems like it. So 1,500 feet. Let me just set that on the MCP. We'll switch over to the 100 feet. Same Aviator overran. Okay, yeah, you did it. You were actually coming. Yeah, you actually, I do remember now. You made it in perfectly. Actually, he was backtracking to taxi over to the ramp, and you were literally in his way. And some of you, I don't know which one of you, had to move over, but that was funny. And we are still at 121 knots, and we should be close to there you go, close to Daytona Beach. So we're gonna go zoom 10, and we're gonna click on that follow arrow. There we go. Let's continue. Seatbelt signs are on. Probe heat, we're fine. We are fine. We are about, and still we are like 315 miles away, so I believe we're around 30, 20, I don't know, 30 minutes away. 20 or 30 minutes away from Miami right now, because I did Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville to Fort Lauderdale a few months ago, and that's why you need to get Microsoft Flight Simulator. The shadows don't look as good, because X-Plane, it's like that sometimes. But otherwise, I mean, I did sharpen them in the settings.txt file. They look a lot better than what they used to look before. A lot better. I linked Flight Simmer to a video for that. And let's see if the wind speed improved. Apparently it did not. Did you read that? I literally just said it. And we are on our last 200 miles away from the top of the descent itself, 300 miles away from Miami. So, yeah. It seems like the clouds are scattered around the area I'm at. Seems like they're all at a specific spot, sort of, but some of them are scattered somewhere else. So did you say, are you getting it? Maybe, just to try it out. Just to try it out, maybe I will. During the stream. I'll take that as a yes. I just said yes. Alright, we are just hitting OMN, and that's by Daytona Beach, as I told you guys. Looking nice. There's literally no point in turning when the heading is like 10 miles, 10 degrees off. We just need to refocus our direction. Because the wind speed is favoring us. Sort of. I mean, it's starting to become a headwind now. If it becomes a headwind, that'll be really annoying. If it's a headwind, we're gonna slow down. Yep, Daytona Beach is right down there. Let's see if we can actually see it from up here. We can see some really nice clouds from up here. Unfortunately, not really. I mean, except you're in this view, or this view. I can't really see Daytona Beach Airport. Oh. Look, that's Daytona Beach Airport. It's right below us. That is the Daytona Speedway, and that's the Daytona Beach Airport. There is an Orbit scenery for that, I believe. Orbits or Aerosoft. Aerosoft, yep. Aerosoft Daytona Beach. Take a look at the view from here since we have more access to ortho. It's a late afternoon right now in Miami. Sort of a late afternoon. Now we can start to see some really nice city views. Also, Flight Simmer, the heat wave effect is definitely not necessary for the TOLUS, but for every other airplane, I'll still get it. Because for the TOLUS, the heat wave is already fixed, I think. If not, then I'm gonna get a new one. This looks pretty good to me, but I'm still getting it. We have 8 likes right now. Let's try to increase that number to 10. as that is our light goal. I would really appreciate that. Let's see it. .268 on the distance, 171 on the top of descent. We still have quite some time left, so we can listen to music or something. I'm gonna put on some music. Probably, I don't know. I don't know. What should I put on? Flight Simmer's gonna say Savannah, so I'm gonna put it anyway. Yes, definitely. I knew it. Don't worry, Flight Simmer, I got you. Wow. These cloudscapes are absolutely amazing and my frame rate isn't dying yet. Let's see. 156 miles out for highway transition, so I'm just gonna wait. Let me see, did I turn that off? I don't want it to annoy me again. Okay, yeah, it's off. I hate it when it turns on for absolutely no reason. Thoughts look volumetric. Quite nice. Flight Simmer, should I repeat this song after it ends? Because you're just going to want to keep repeating it. Okay, 90 knots. Wind speed decreased by 30 knots. We're starting the ILS approach, so I'm just going to turn this on. Alright, the song is coming to an end, so I'll put it again, because Flight Simmer will say that, although I'm not seeing anything in chat yet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a few things right now, so I'll be back in a few seconds. Just give me a moment. relocating something here. Alright, I'm gonna tune down the music for a second, because we're gonna start to focus in our descent, and I don't want it to distract me. So basically, we are, let's check, 120 miles out. Whoops. Let's move this over. 118 miles out now. So by the time we hit that, probably 50 or 40 miles away from top of descent, it's going to tell us to enter the desk data. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. The wind has calmed down a lot. Light simmer. Landing system is on. Let's see how far are we from Miami. It's supposed to be following us. So this is Palm Bay, then Port St. Lucie. By Pompano Beach, we'll know we're close to Miami, because that's where Fort Lauderdale is. So, yeah. Alright. FPS is dropping, but it's still good. Let's continue to look at these clouds. Seems like we're 198 miles away. We have 4.2 of estimated fuel on board. Sorry, flight simmer, we no longer have 7,700 pounds. I mean 7,700 kilograms. This is a huge layer of clouds. Where even are we? Close to Orlando for sure. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I was gonna come over here. So I'm just gonna zoom out here. We're past Orlando. I should have known that. Alright, so we're down close to the end. Port St. Lucie is down here. If we needed to pull off an emergency landing, we would go to Orlando. But I don't think we need to right now, so... And we're approaching Vero Beach, Port St. Lucie, and actually West Palm Beach is pretty close to Miami. Miami is down here. So we should be up here near Vero Beach. This is Zoom 10. So good. Nope, we're on the first call. Oh, don't tell me it switches over at the first one. I want this one to be at the second call. Oh, I guess I can't. See, are we close to any waypoint? Highly is at 77 still. Oh, here we go. Enter desk data. Well, since I'm bored, I'm just gonna do it. I wouldn't normally, since, you know, we're still 170 miles away. But this thing is fast, so we're just gonna do it. Alright, so K Miami Maytar. Fixing some things in the background, so sorry if you hear any background noise. Next phase, alright. So I can't tell if this is in HD or in HPA. I'm just gonna put in 29er87. So 29er87 for the barometric pressure, temperature, so temperature 23 degrees Celsius at 220 at SITS. And we have an MDA of 206, so minimums 206. We'll keep that there. Alright, let's see, the weather cleared out a lot. And 91, it is still gusting between the 90s in terms of wind speed, so can we control this? Seems like we can't. Pack flow, I'm gonna get it colder, just a tad. see. And it's calming down. Yup, 86. It's starting to become a tailwind the closer and closer we get to Miami. The desk data has been entered, 144 miles out. We're going to be landing soon. Just in case, if we need the Addons on the ground, which we might need it. We're at West Palm Beach now. Wait a minute, is it going to be a straight in or something? I'm confused now. Oh, seems like it's not going to be. Not straight in, I guess. Let's see. Alright, yep, we're starting to load in Miami now. The weather's going to start to update. And the clouds are turning gray. This is going to be a really interesting approach. Very, very interesting. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, back. Let's see. It's doing some stuff with the thrust. It's very weird. Like, I don't know, the wind hasn't really been having that much of a reaction. Is it really just going to have a reaction now when it's 40? No, look, it's 60 knots better, and now it's starting to have a reaction. Perfect. Now we're less off track. $122, and let's see, how far are we from top descent? We are 23 miles out for top of descent. So basically 100 or 99 mile difference between top of descent and Miami. That is not that long of distance still. Flightistic, welcome to the stream. We are about to descend. Actually, there it is. It's right there, and then highly. We have 9 likes. We're about to get to 10. Just finish your homework. We are just in time because we're about to get down. I'm gonna get this on already because if I don't, I'll forget. And I'll start to descend. The FCU altitude has been reset. Barometric pressure stays like that for now. We'll be hitting top of descent in 5 miles. I'll turn it on at highly, just to make sure. Wait, they were? Alright, let's check. And top of descent right now. Descent. We are now starting our ILS approach. Let's go ahead and those are on. Let's tell the flight attendants to give the announcement. Let's check. And we're descending really fast. Let's add some drag because we're going to need it. And let's check the maps. Oh. We're literally on Fort Lauderdale right now. We'll probably go on top of that. Still at 60 knots, we'll descend down. The wind speed's also going down, so that is nice. We're keeping it between 275, I guess, and 317. So we're around 20 miles away? No way. 80 miles away, that makes more sense. We'll start the approach phase soon. And our rate of descent is descending. Arm those for now, just to make sure they are armed. Make sure 2000. We're going to slowly start to decrease/increase. So I'm just gonna open it up just a tad. I'm at 10. Let's see. Needs to be checked. $23,000 feet. Let's check. Speed brake's still out. I know. We're gonna keep it out for now. start the approach phase soon, so I'm just gonna leave that on that page. Fine. Speed brake. I want to keep his speed down because you can't, you never know. I mean, we're now turning back and we're going to turn towards, I mean, Miami should be right down there. I don't think I can see it here. Altitude. Let's raise it. The speed. We don't want to be that low. Let's see. How can you even check that? Flight simmer. Oh, because you're on PC. Of course. Is there rain in Miami? Yeah, there's rain in Miami. I'm turning this on. Freedom. Well, 4 other people are here, so... You mean the live chat, maybe. Alright. Standard. What was it? 29087. 29087. Speed is coming down. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube has always been broken. Well, since the moment it was broken, like a few weeks ago. Librain is back on. Here we can see some clouds. They're starting to get gray. And it's sort of like a teardrop approach. Let's see that. Yep. GoPro on 3000. Let's see, 40 miles, 1500. Yep, 1500. I can clearly see it. And 3000A. 3000. It says 2500. Okay, yeah. This is starting to get weird. Alright, the speed is coming up. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Just taking care of some things here. Wing lights, I'm gonna need those. Low on the auto brakes. It's going to be a long runway. We're gonna turn here, and then we're just gonna pull off an approach. We're gonna keep green dot speed. Let's check. once again. And we're starting to get rain effects. Let's go. Speed brake is still out, I know. 12,000 feet. It's going to be quite an interesting approach. And we have rain effects, that's amazing. I love thunderstorms now. 12,160, 140, 120, 1,200 feet per minute. That's how it's going right now. Some effects there in the background. We're just gonna go ahead, make sure that the descent rate is okay, because we don't want to go over the green dot speed as much, like 200 or something. Like, we want to keep something below that. And we're coming up on that. The visibility in the cabin has reduced. Cabin and crew prepare for landing. Back to Miami then. Was that lightning? This is a storm. V approach 124. It's always 124. Well, most of the time. It depends on the weight. Let's see. Just trying to see here if there's anything that's way too significant. And we're turning here. We're just gonna do a loop here and get back to where we were. Not really sure what's the reason, since we were coming down from the north. Pretty much no reason, but this is how SimBrave put it together, so. Wait, is that the sun? No way. Yeah, I'm starting to get scared. Pitot heat can come on. Anti-ice. Well, we don't need anti-ice. It's 23 degrees right now, but I'm gonna keep the pitot heat on just in case anything shows up unexpectedly. We're pitching at about 10 degrees here. Let's continue to get down. I can barely see the horizon right there. Alright, now that is a lot better. I can see the ground now, some ground textures. We're turning back on Miami. Let's see. We can see some ortho here. starting to see the ground. Wait a minute. Is that water? That is interesting. Flaps 1. Slats 1 for more drag. We're clearing out here. 2987. 3000 right here on Cobra, but we're going to get 1500 on lawn right before when we 8 right. Checking the exhaust gas temperature. And we're turning right here. That's why I need a pop filter. There you go. Just adjusting a few things here. For the approach. I'm gonna set it back to 20 miles. We're 20 miles away from lawn. Let's see, 24 miles away from Miami. Let's wait for it to catch the localizer, because it will soon. And seems like the visibility is still high. It's pretty high considering the overcast conditions right now. Let's see. I'm gonna zoom in here to check this. I'm gonna check the airport in more detail. So this is 8 right. We're gonna expedite on the terminals here. $4,000 feet. I'm gonna set flaps 2 here. We're over speeding. Let's continue. I can already see the airport. Flaps are going to come out on 2 and more slats. Even more slats. I'm just gonna wait. That, I believe, is 8 right. I love the approach into 8 right. I've actually done it in real life. Actually, I do have a video on that. It's back here. Yup, it's here. It's here. I was approaching in from the south. Altitude. altitude, glide slope. Alright, and we're slowing down. 2,700 feet. Just gonna wait some more here. The clouds are coming over, right over the airport. Checking all the possible views. Alright. The spoilers are now. Let's arm them. Ignition? Oh. Alright, this is going over the crank now. Engines over the crank. It has caught the localizer. Let's just wait till it catches the glide slope. And altimeter is set. Flaps 3. That it? Okay. That is runway 8 right. We have full visibility of 8 right. We have caught the localizer officially. Let's just wait for more rain, just so that we can get more rain effects. And you're down. Flaps full. Alright. Cabin and crew, prepare for landing. I've already said that, but just want to make sure to say it again, because we're approaching, finally, Miami. It has been an hour and 37 minutes. We have now caught the glide slope. The ILS approach will begin. Have I forgotten anything? Doesn't seem like it. Laps full, landing lights on, auto brake set. Let's continue down.
Two.
2,000 feet. Checked. Some road traffic. Check it out from this view. Seems like it's a sunset landing. Definitely a sunset landing. Zero 904. That's her course right now, I believe. 6.1 nautical miles. 5 miles away now. There we have a nice view of Miami. Missed approach altitude has been set, 1,000 feet. Alright, autopilot off. I'm taking manual control now. And trying to keep the speed up more. That's way too much. Well, that's encouraging, flight simmer. Certainly is. Alright. I'm gonna pitch down here. And continue. Right off runway 12 here. Oh shoot. Alright, we hit the ground. Reversers. $80 knots. Yes, huge float. Definitely. Clearing at 60, auto brakes. It was a huge float. The landing, it was worth it, because the landing was not that bad, I guess. We still have 10,000 feet of runway, so... Well, Microsoft Flight Simulator physics are still broken, so... Yeah, I kept on the power. Still, I did it with, like, a 15 knot crosswind or something. I don't know if the wind calmed down. I forgot to check that. Flaps are coming up. Make sure that's up. Can't hear any cabin announcements or anything. American, 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 and United is right over there. So I'm just gonna park near the American jets. Off on that. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we're going way too fast. Brakes. A little slower here. Wheel. Temperature. I'm gonna let it go below 150 and we'll be fine. EPU ECAM status available. We're switching over to EPU power. Seems like we don't have any auto gate. That's strange. We probably do, but on the other gates. Flight simmer. Being way too dramatic over a landing right there. Way too dramatic. Alright. Have I already turned these off? Nope. Oops. Nope. This can come off. Light Simmer's probably the most dramatic guy to ever exist. Like, no kidding. APU power. We're off. Alright everyone, welcome to Miami. This is a really nice sunset. That's why we don't have any shadows, because the clouds are covering everything. Yeah, definitely you. I'm not talking about anyone else. Let's check out the landing replay. And let's see what you guys think about it. 2 hours and 9? It did feel like that. 2 hours and 9 minutes. Sort of. I'm gonna get I'm gonna get our runway view here. Wait for the autogen to load correctly. Let's actually check. Look at the crosswind I had. Wait a minute. Yeah, not even telling me anything because this is a replay, so can't expect much from a replay anyway. Let's actually stop here and go forward here. Although my flare was a huge float, it was worth it. Yeah, see, people agree. Let's check the passenger view. It was definitely worth the float. At least it was worth the float. That was definitely somewhere between 50 and 120. Alright. It was a really long float because I added quite an amount of power on final. Whoops. Does that on flare sometimes. That's why we'll keep it low here. You see how I added power there? I wasn't supposed to do that, but I still did. Let's go over here. I want to see it from this angle. We could do a few more angles. Let's get a tower view. Alright, that was not bad. Oh, the landing replay music. We forgot that. Anyway, we're gonna end here. So that's gonna do it for today's stream. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you liked the stream. It was actually a fun. We actually had a fun time. Let's see, we made it right on. Nope. Not right on, sadly. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow or next time. Take care, everyone. See you later, aviators.